Okay. Hey there, folks. This is Todd Wahl with FPVLive.tv, broadcasting live from the MultiGP 2015 Drone Racing Championships. It looks like we have the entire Colorado Black Bolt crew here, right?
Team Big Whoop.
Team Big Whoop, is that right?
Team Big
Okay.
Whoop.
All right. So if you're going to talk, you'd have to kind of grab a mic or something if you don't mind, so everybody can hear out there. So is this the entire team right here? Four
This is
folks?
us.
Is that
There's
right?
four of us.
Can you introduce yourself and pass the mic around?
Yeah, my name is Jesse Perkins. I go by Jesse P online.
Cool, Jesse. All right. Yeah, good.
And I'm Jordan Temkin.
All right, Jordan.
I'm Christian Avedon. I go by Nodiva online.
Gotcha.
And C. Fisher.
Yep. You the man. Super. Good deal. So you guys all competed today. Is that correct?
We did.
Absolutely. Okay. So what would you say the biggest challenge on this course was?
It was probably the vertical turn. It seemed like it took a lot of people by surprise on the championship course. It's
Okay.
something we've experimented with just for fun. It's a really fun maneuver to do. A tight, pardon me.
Yeah.
Yeah, a tight vertical turn powering down. Jordan is by far the best of us at it. He powers the entire time and rides a very
Oh, he
tight
does.
rail all
so
the way
he
down.
uses momentum, huh?
Yeah,
Is
and
what he
as
does.
far as I could see, he was the only pilot that did that here today. Everybody else seemed to be drifting over in a cartwheel.
Yep.
Jordan was upside down at high power,
Yeah, that's
screaming
awesome.
through that. It was really beautiful to see.
And so what, Jordan, let's talk about that if you don't mind.
Sure, of course.
So what kind of, so you obviously do freestyle in order to incorporate that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, because, a typical racer's not going to understand the dynamic of doing that. So you do the treetop and flip. that
Yeah,
kind of
so
thing.
we've done quite a few races where we set up a gate right underneath a tree.
Gotcha.
And you go over the
Okay.
tree, and then you have to cut through the gate.
Curl
right
under,
underneath it.
yep.
So we do this quite often in our races
Cool.
just back home. So
That's good.
And
And
we
so-
really think that more races need a three-dimensional aspect.
Yeah,
than
yeah,
just
yeah.
Car racing.
I mean,
so.
heck, why stick on a 2D type of
Yeah,
track
yeah.
when we've got these multi-rotors that do 3D all day long?
So we do that a lot. So
Good.
it's a part of our racing as well as, I guess you can call it freestyle, but
Yeah.
a good pilot should be able to do everything.
Sure,
And
absolutely.
today that practice really paid off.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is the
it's
first,
obvious,
the
yeah.
first course that incorporated that kind of turn, and it was a blast.
Yeah, cool. So did anybody place here? I mean, we talked about placement, right?
It
Tell
looks
us what
like
you-
two of us did. I think
Okay.
I seeded second overall. I think Christian's also in the finals.
Yeah, I don't know what place.
We're just about
Yeah.
to find out.
Fourth, talking to the microphone.
Fourth or fifth, I'm pretty sure.
One
I
of
haven't
those?
looked at the updated list yet. I could check it out, but
I got you. That's okay. That's all right. We'll check on it, no doubt. So that's good. So we got some guys in the final that maybe we can compete. Go Team Colorado, or what is it called again? What's the team?
Team
Big Whoop.
Whoop.
That's right. Big
Yep,
Whoop.
yep.
All right, I'll get it here in a second. I promise
The
you.
stickers
So
you see everywhere in here.
yeah, right. They're all over, right? He's tagging people. That's good. So as far as FPV is concerned, everybody's flying the Black Bolt frame. Is that correct? Let's
Yeah.
hold them up to the camera. Let's look at them.
Absolutely.
Is that good? Yeah, super.
Mhm.
Good deal. And that's what obviously is a winning frame at this point. You know, even guys outside of this group are flying the
Oh
frame.
yeah, there's quite a few of them.
Yeah, so,
yeah, we saw Brennan Lane just killed it on the track just now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he's in the top 3
Yeah, he's
fastest
up there
lap
somewhere.
there.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Brian.
Brian
is
Morris,
doing-
you mean?
No, not Morris.
Okay.
Brian
Brian S.
S.
Okay, yeah. Uh-huh.
He's got these new Gen Fan tries, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try them out.
So are you guys, anybody flying tries? You got try there, dual blades there? Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Good
we
deal.
like to swap around depending on the track.
Yeah, absolutely. So that makes a difference. Okay,
Yeah.
picking the right type of components
Yeah.
equals kind of what the guaranteed result's going to be, right?
Yeah,
When you
battery, props, we can fit 5 and 6 inch in there.
So how did you
whatever
tool
we need.
your platforms for this race? Tell me.
Nowadays we've been running.
Besides that, is that the
Oh yeah,
backup?
yeah. This is our little
That's
extra power.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
the
a toy.
extra power. That's it. I love it. I was wondering what
But yeah, we've been running 5-inch because it helps us duck down underneath things.
Yep.
Which is especially important in small gates and things
Absolutely.
like that over
Yep.
that vertical turn.
Durability.
Yeah, and durability. So these GemFan props, they are fantastic when
Okay.
it comes to not breaking at the hub.
Yeah.
If they break, it's halfway down the propeller.
Yep. And if you'll notice, let me hold your quad real quick, and I'm going to take it.
Uh,
If you can
we'll
get
just-
that out. So if we look at the base, they widen the base on the hub part in order for it to not snap, because that's usually where it would snap
Absolutely.
on most props, right? So
Yeah, so they're very stiff. They're the stiffest GemFans we've seen
that's
out there.
good. That's good.
And they're bull nose. They have enough. They're not the highest thrust numbers, but They don't break sometimes
Hey,
compared to other ones
know
when
what?
you hit a gate.
If you can get up in a race after going down and finish when everybody else is
Absolutely.
crashing on a difficult course
Yep.
like this, it makes the world a difference.
And I've said time and time again with these interviews, and we talked about it with all the FPV pilots, is it's more important to finish a race than it is to be the
Absolutely.
fastest in the race. You know what I mean?
Especially in these novel stages of the hobby where things are new like this, finishing is worth so much more.
Oh, absolutely. That's the only way you place, the only way you get the points, you know. And you're not a winner if you don't finish. So, as with anything. So in Colorado, let's talk about the favorite place to fly. Tell me,
There's so
somebody,
many
give me
I
your
gotta
favorite
say,
place, each person, okay?
Chris's house. He
Chris's
lives up in
house.
the mountains, up in the Rockies, and
Gotcha.
we can. Right now, it's really cold. There's snow. We can sit in his living room and fly around his house and up in the mountains. Just
That's awesome.
yeah, in the
That is
comfort of his
great.
home. So,
So
I think that's one of my
around his
favorites.
house, is it canopy trees, open, or what? Tell us.
Kind of a mix of it.
It's a mix.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
All right, that's
and
cool.
there's a mountain. There's mountains all around it, so it's a
Perfect.
beautiful view, and
Cool.
yeah, it's really really fun.
So yeah, so you guys got a short flying season in essence, right? So what do you do when you can't fly outside? Fly in the living room. Hey, that's one thing you can do.
Yeah, we fly at my house or
Fly-
parking garages.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's good. All right.
Yeah,
Parking
my-
garages, you said? Is that what you
Yeah.
said? Okay.
Sometimes parking garages.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll throw a shout out to my girlfriend Emily for letting us hang out in
Hey,
the
Emily.
living room. Thank you, Emily.
Yeah. Hey.
And
Because we
fly.
know the sound annoys you. All women hate that sound. So sorry.
She's an angel.
Yeah. Yeah. That's obviously, if she can deal with that, she's an absolute angel. You've been to hang on to her.
Yeah,
for sure.
that's for sure.
So aside from that, do you guys fly any simulators or anything? Do you? Tell me what simulators. Give us.
I mean, we do Freerider and the new Liftoff.
Yep, we just started flying Liftoff, which has a way better acro or full manual mode.
It's more realistic.
Yeah, the physics are much more real. And when it comes to flying angle mode, we love Freerider because those stages are so much fun. It's going multiplayer soon, but Liftoff is the winner for acro learning, and I recommend that to everybody starting out.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, because it's a lot cheaper to crash virtually than it is in reality. Although FEV is kind of a mix of virtual reality, right? When you say so. What's that?
I'll mention that I thought originally that the simulators, because they don't nail the physics at all.
Right.
I thought that it would be a waste of time, and you might get used to something you'd have to learn again on
Right.
in flying in real life. But
You think it's close enough though?
it's not necessarily close enough, but your body learns a lot of good key skills. You're,
Muscle memory. Yeah.
it is a good tool, and I want to tell all the simulator guys that
Developers.
developers.
Listen up, simulator developer, Freerider, and what was
You
the other
guys
one? There was
really should
yeah, that's right, Liftoff.
grab some pilots and consult with it. You probably are, but
yeah, we hope.
let's get some better physics out there.
Yeah.
You can do it, and let's get off of Unreal engines and
Oh, yeah.
and
I'm there with you.
develop a true platform where
Yep.
simulating can be worth a lot more.
Yep. So, I mean, it needs to be geared towards more of those old school flight simulators that we used to use on the PC that had the dynamics
Yeah.
built into them. It's just they haven't gravitated towards the multi-rotor or the racing component, right? Which is a whole different ball game, right? You're not dealing with a Boeing 747 or a Cessna. You're getting down to that small aspect, which is a whole different, flow and setup. So, okay, that's cool. Anybody? You've been real silent, so I want to talk to you. Is that all right?
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm
put you on the
Christian.
spot. So, you're wearing Fat Sharks, right? And that's your go-to goggles. Is that pretty much
Yep.
what everybody's wearing, I guess, in the group? Would you say? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. So, how long have you been flying?
I've been flying for about a year now.
A year now.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, that's
Yeah, I
good.
started out with a little Hubson and
Hubson.
eventually built
Gotcha.
up to full FPV rig and
Absolutely.
just become very addicted to it and
Yeah,
can't
man.
stop flying.
Yeah, I took a picture in my local CVS, drugstore, pharmacy, whatever. They had multi-rotors on the shelf, and I was like, hey, you know what? These are addictive, and they are like a drug in the right place, I guess, for this season, right? No kidding. So, so tell us how you got started. I mean, who influenced you and basically got you tied in? I mean, did you watch YouTube videos? That seems like everybody says that.
I mean,
right?
it's kind of like a long sort of story path for me because
Okay.
I started off I got really interested in 3D printers because I wanted
yeah.
to.
Kind of the maker movement kind of thing,
Yes,
right?
yep, and actually build or 3D print like a little mini quadcopter.
Super.
So I kind of got sucked into that world for a couple years and kind of lost my way with the quads.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then eventually kind of came back and started messing around with them.
Gotcha.
And just
But your
progressively
start
got
was
better.
in multi-rotors, not fixed wing or anything else,
Yep.
or anything else RC for that matter, right?
I've done
Yeah.
some planes and some cars and stuff, but
Okay.
not a whole bunch. So, with my uncle and stuff when I was little, but
Super.
got really back into it in the last year.
Gotcha. So let's talk about age here, because I mean, I did a poll online several weeks ago. I don't know if you saw it on Google Plus, where I asked what the age demographic for an FPV pilot is, FPV racing pilot specifically. Do you have a guess at what that is? I'm just curious. What is the median age?
Anyone.
It's a bracket.
25, 35.
Keep going. Okay. What's your guess? Hold the microphone up.
I would say.
What do you think?
20.
I had 500 people respond.
35.
28 to 35. Okay. What's your guess? Go ahead.
Nope. Double mic. Probably around the same.
Okay.
Mid-30s.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
That's about what I would say, but we've also flown with 15-year-olds and 65-year-olds, and it's a blast because of that.
So what the median age actually came out to be, well, with almost 500 respondents, it's 31 to 40 as the highest bracket. It's like 35%. The second highest is 41 to 50.
Wow.
Okay. The third highest is 21 to 30. And then trickles off from there down to the 15, the teenage years. So it seems to be the order of the day is disposable income. You know what I mean? So, but as prices reduce and it becomes more affordable, and as us as mentors, right, guys trying to bring others into the fold, the foray, spending time with the younger guys, I think will help out. I mean, those guys are outfitted already, right? They've been training with video games, two-stick control. So in first-person shooter or first-person flights, that kind of stuff in those video games, man, they'd be perfect for this type of stuff. So, I mean, what do you think about that?
I think there's probably going to be a new generation of
Yeah,
kids just
we gotta
kind of
watch out,
popping
right?
out of nowhere.
No
They're
kidding.
just going to show up at meets,
Yep.
and you're going to be like, "Where did you come from?"
It's like the Ender game, right? You know what I mean? The novel.
Exactly.
No kidding.
Exactly.
So, the master, right? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's, yeah, no kidding. No joke at all. So, well, guys, I appreciate you stopping by the tent. Wish you luck, and hopefully we'll see you soon. All right? Take
Thanks a
care.
bunch.
Thanks. All right.
Thanks.
Later. Bye.